How to make your first $1,000 self-publishing books on Amazon, even if you're a complete beginner and have no experience self-publishing, no writing, no design experience. How do you do it? In this video, I'm going to cover exactly what you need to do. My name's Jace Perry. I made $50,000 in a month self-publishing on Amazon with a $21,000 profit. And now I teach people how to make money self-publishing books on Amazon. Like my students are doing right now. Let me just show you. This is Michael. He just crossed $1,000. He did it with one book after following everything in my course. And also there's one other guy here, Gary. He's done $1,200 now in 90 days. But before that, he wasn't making any sales. Took my course. He sent a video testimonial. Unfortunately, I couldn't record it from Instagram, which is annoying. But he sent a video testimonial saying how happy he is that he took my course, and he's got to over $1,000 now. And both these guys are going to make a lot more money. Okay, if you want access to my course, just comment money below, and I'll send you the link to check it out. So how did these guys do it? Well, the good news is there's only 3 things you need to focus on. These are the 3 things that I really focus on teaching in my course, because these are the 3 things you need to get really good at in order to make not just 1,000 but up to 10,000 and beyond self-publishing. And this is stuff anyone can do, guys. Doesn't matter where you are in terms of your publishing experience, self-publishing. You could be a complete beginner. You could be watching me right now with no idea how it works. And if you get these 3 things right, you can make a lot of money. Okay, and the 3 things are the niche or book idea. Let's call it book idea. The niche or book idea, the title, and the cover design. And that is it. You get good at those, you're in to make a lot of money, like my students are doing right now. And these things, when you get my course, you will see that I focus heavily on these 3, because these are the 3 that got me up to 50,000 in a month. These are the 3 that my students are using now to make money. I mean, those are only 2 students. A lot of them are starting to make money. They haven't made their first 1,000, but they're starting to make money. And my course is only 3 months old, so I can imagine in the next year I'm going to have a lot of students that are making thousands. Hopefully one of them passes the 10,000 mark as well. Okay, because I focus heavily on these 3 things. This is what sells book, guys. Okay, if you want to sell a book, guys and girls, sorry, if you want to sell books, focus on these things. Now, notice something. I just want to do a little side note here. Notice I didn't say anything about the interior and the actual book. Now, a lot of authors have trouble getting their head around this, that the inside of the book doesn't matter that much for a sale. But it's so true, because most people on Amazon buy based on what they see right there and then. They can't see the inside of the book. Yes, it does matter. Okay, you want to pick up good reviews, so you want to make sure the interior of the book, the actual book itself, is doing as promised. But in terms of making sales, you want to focus on these top 3, because there's a strange theory. I think it's called it's a Japanese term called sundoku. Sundoku. I think it's spelt like this. Sundoku. Sorry if I butchered this, or maybe sundoku. But it's a Japanese theory or word that means people buy books without reading them. And I've fallen into that trap as well. Back in UK, I'm not in UK at the moment, but back when I was in UK and I had a whole book collection, nearly 1,000 books, I barely read any of them. But I would still buy books. Every single week I'd be buying books based on these 3 here. If it's in the right niche, I was big on personal development, so I'll be looking personal development books. The title looks good, the cover design looks good, I'll buy. See, people buy based on these 3. And then I never even got to this bit. Never even got to reading most of them. A lot of them, I read like the first chapter or something, okay? Now you might know this, you might feel me, like you might be buying books and then you barely read them. That's the case. So if you're I'm in the business of selling books on Amazon, and you got to face the reality that most people do not read the book. Okay, so just get the what it looks like at the front, and you can make a lot of money like my students are doing. Okay, so that's the bit I teach heavily in my course. Remember, comment money below and I'll send you the link so you can check it out. Right, so the niche, just think of it like this. Like I love the niche because I'd spend ages finding niches, because you can find little gold mines on Amazon, and the gold mines are the niches where, just think of it like this. Just say there was 2 books. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's up with my drawing today and writing. It's all off point. Just say there was 2 books, right? But there's 1,000 people a month looking for books like these. These books are going to sell like crazy, right? So you put your book there and you're going to sell like crazy. So that's basically it when you're talking niches, all right? As opposed to what most KDP sellers, most self-publishers do, most authors do. They go somewhere where there's loads of books, all no books, and there's like 10 people looking for these books every month, and they put their book there, and then they're wondering why they don't sell. Okay, that's basically niches. Okay, if you get that right, sales flow easier than expected. And let me just emphasize that. Let me just say that again, because that's very important. It flows easier than you expect, as in you're going to make sales so surprisingly good that it's going to knock you off your feet when you get the niche right. Because the power of Amazon, Amazon sell like, I think like 2 million plus books a day. So you imagine you get the right niche, you can be making hundreds or thousands of sales a month. My best month was 10,000 sales in a month, and that literally knocked me off my feet. And you know why? Because I got these 3 right, and I teach everything about how to get it right in my course. That's what I do on these 3. All right. Title. Let's just put a little arrow here. The title is overlooked by a lot of self-publishers, a lot of authors, because a lot of the time, if you think you got your customer here and they're looking on Amazon at books, okay, most authors, most self-publishers, they do titles. Let me just put, this is the author, that's the author, this is the customer. Now the customer's got the money. The author, they haven't got any money. Okay, they haven't got the money. They want the money from the customer, right? Now, the mistake most self-publishers and authors make, they're making titles that's appealing to them. But that's no good, because they're not buying a book. Okay? So we want to make a title that when a customer sees it, they're like, I want that book. And if you get the title right, they will just buy the book based on the title. Okay? And that's why I go heavily into title in my course as well. I've got whole modules just on title, because you get that right, you can make a lot of money. Okay, so think in terms of the customer with your title. And the cover design now, it's almost like the icing on the cake, right? It's the way you show the title. So you don't want to ruin a good title by having a crap design or the typography is all wrong. So it's the way you show this that they see it and they think amazing. And it's in its simplest form. You want to show the title clearly with good typography, pleasing on the eye, so the customer understands it straight away. And a good cover design kind of gets the feel of the niche without the title, if that makes sense. So imagine you took away the title. Does the cover design is it still relevant to the niche? As in, could that customer still recognize that book cover is for them without any words on it? So you put that together with a good title, bingo. That's how you make money selling books on KDP. And these are the 3 main things that my students are doing. They're learning it over and over again. You keep repeating over and over again. You're going to make books that make you a lot of money. Like I said, comment money below if you want to see details of my course, and subscribe for more self-publishing on Amazon tips. I'm Jace Perry. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.